Welcome to Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil, the official Monster Jam podcast. I'm Scott Jordan. One of my favorite series on this show is Diary of a Crew Chief. We're going to pick it back up right now with Chapter 5. And to help me with that, we're going to welcome in studio from Team Zombie, Bari Musawwir's crew chief, Julian Ramos. Julian, welcome to Inside Monster Jam. Thanks for being here, man. Good to see you.
Thank you, Scott, for having me.
I do want to say, you and I talked about this off air, but you're looking sharp. The zombie crew shirt, the zombie hat, that's something I haven't seen before. But the zombie race team, man, you're head to toe. You're just in this Team Zombie thing. What is it like representing that? Because it's one of the most popular trucks in the sport.
It's the best, to be honest, in my mindset. Only reason because it's, well, not usually one reason. I have multiple reasons. Because it's just a fan favorite. It's a grabber. It's an attention grabber.
Sure.
It always grabs the people's, and you see the zombie arms.
Yeah.
Everybody just loves them.
As soon as Thriller starts playing in the stadium, the arena, the fans go nuts. Do you ever get tired? Do your arms ever get tired of having to do this? You know,
not really.
No.
It gets the people's attention. You just go for it.
You're very. One thing I've noticed about watching you, you're very animated in crew seating when you're on the radio with Bari when he's running. You're very involved in that, and it's a level of excitement that makes me realize that you truly do love what you do. So let's start at the beginning for you. Obviously, you cannot become a Monster Jam crew chief without some sort of background in mechanical engineering, you know, putting cars together, putting trucks together. So when did you start picking up a wrench and working on something?
I started when I was about 14. I had an uncle who I call him my mentor. A bunch of Shades Tree mechanics taught me how to tear down a block, put it back together, transmissions as well. Did it all old school.
So old school. So just, 14-year-old kid looking for something to do. You pick up a wrench, and this is something that you developed, and you really started liking to do that?
Yeah, it came to me like Legos.
Okay, that's interesting, man. I never. So I would be the guy. So when my dad, when I was young and I was a kid, my dad would work on a car. He would just ask me to hand him the wrench. I wouldn't actually get to work on the car. I would just be the flashlight guy. So that's why I picked up a microphone, because I feel like I was much better than that. But so at 14 years old, obviously you still have a long way to go. You still have your whole future in front of you. So this is something that you loved enough to want to continue to do? Yes,
this is something that it always came to me. I loved it. Being that, like I say, with my mentor, my uncle, my grandfather, everybody had a mechanical background. So I was just, why not another?
Right.
So I just continued with it, and I ran with it.
Okay, so we're going to school. There's so many trade schools, and I do want to say this because, when I was a kid, nobody was talking to me about trade schools. It was always, you got to go to college, you got to do this. Now you learn a trade, you have a job for life, and I always say that to people now. So going to school to be a mechanic, to be a technician, at UNOH, obviously, spitting out a lot of talented technicians. Was that something you decided you wanted to go to school for? You wanted to study, or did you just do it in your free time and still went to school to study generals?
I went to school just for to be honest, at the mindset I had at the moment, I wanted my ASCs. I wanted my certifications.
Sure.
So I went to school for I got my ASCs, my certified, my just automotive certifications, and I pitched it out to many people, and nobody kind of picked me up.
Okay.
So I had a buddy here named Sam. He used to run, I believe, Toro with Mark Lest.
Right.
And he reached out to me a year in, and the opportunity really just fell on my lap. I was in a bit of a bad time and trying to find a job.
Right.
And he's like, why don't you know how to pick up wrenches? Why don't you come over here and landed here?
I like that. We're happy to have you. We're going to talk about your intro to Monster Jam, but I do want to continue down this path. So where did you grow up at?
Me, I grew up in a small town here in Florida called Waimama.
Okay, Waimama.
Yeah,
Waimama.
Okay,
Waimama. All right, I've never heard of that. So what is there to do in Waimama?
Not much. It was before all the development came. It was just an orange grove town.
Okay.
Orange groves everywhere.
Yeah.
And this literally, I come from a family of migrators.
Okay.
I used to pick fruit coming up as a kid with my uncles, and to be honest, it was kind of my way out. The wrenches. I saw the wrenches. And I saw that it was my way out. and
it was in fact your way out. So, do any of your friends, you still keep in touch with your friends and family back home?
Oh yeah.
And are they envious that you get to travel the world now and do what you love?
Many of them have kids now, so yeah.
So they're all like hitting you up for tickets and yeah.
I got a lot of nephews that love this, man.
That's cool, man. Well, you're living the dream, and you got to be. I always say this. It's a cliche, but kid in a candy store, man. As a technician, to be able to work on a 12,000-pound undead Monster Jam truck, that's got to be pretty cool for you.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about your introduction to Monster Jam. That is coming up next. It's Diary of a Crew Chief with Julian Ramos next on Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. Welcome back to Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. This week it is Diary of a Crew Chief, Chapter 5 with Zombie Nation Crew Chief Julian Ramos, working with Bari Musawwir. So we talked about your intro to Monster Jam through your friend Sam, but where were you at before then?
Before then, I was a commercial manager at AutoZone. We had just graduated. Sam had just picked up this job. He was telling me all about it, and I want to say it was like a year into my commercial manager job. And he's been a year with Monster Jam already. I wasn't making any commission. I was in a rough spot. It was a really do with what you can.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, late December, Sam gives me a call. He's like, "Hey, man, you go to the wrenches, and the team's looking for new people. Put in an application, and I'll recommend you."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, man." And Sam was telling me that we were just working on big trucks, so I thought it was diesel truck.
Okay.
He didn't give me no intel, no insight. I've never seen what he was working on. And he's just like, "Yeah, it's just big trucks, man." I'm like, "What is it? Diesel, gasoline?" I'm like, I could do everything." He goes, "Yeah, I know you could do everything. Just come on in. Just be quiet. Come on, let's go."
So nothing at all. Just come in and work on big trucks. So did you apply for a job at Monster Jam and you got it and just showed up?
I applied. I did an interview at first to show him what I got and my background.
Yeah.
And he just meets me at the door and he's like, "Come on, I gotta show you let me show you around." And the first truck I see is on big tires. I'm like, "These are the trucks you're telling me that we're working on?" And he's like, "Yeah. I thought I told you." I'm like, "You didn't tell you. I thought we were working on diesel trucks.
Yeah.
Like, I thought we were working on cement mixer trucks or something."
No, man. These are as big as they come. So let me ask you this. When you realize that you're working on a Monster Jam truck, is there a difference, or is it just semantics and a chassis is a chassis and a shock is a shock, or was there a learning curve you had to figure out certain elements of these trucks?
In my mind, every truck is different. Every truck has its own quirks. Every truck has its own little tedious things that you have to figure out. And that truck and that chassis is gonna do it.
Right.
It's gonna hurt you, but you're gonna learn it.
What was the first truck you had to work on when you got here?
My first truck ever, I was in a trailer with Bryce and Pop's Loft House.
Yeah.
Pops was currently crewing for Camden Murphy, and it was Bryce's first year with Ryan Anderson.
Okay.
It was their, I would believe, 4th or 5th weekend.
Okay. So you're the new guy in the middle of the tour, yeah.
Yep. They just had a rough time, they were telling me.
Okay, so did they tell you at all when you got hired here that you were going to be going out on the road and sort of traveling the world and doing television, or was it something that they just kind of eased you in and said, "Hey, just come work on the truck today, but oh, by the way, tomorrow you're on a plane to San Antonio or Anaheim"?
They did not ease me in at all.
They didn't ease you in. I didn't get eased in either, my friends. I know that feeling.
So I already got Sam walked me in with Edward, our HR manager who hired me, and we are there. I'm at all with the trucks that I'm working on, and I start putting corners together, tearing them apart, showing them what I got. I picked it up pretty fast, and I was doing it for at least a full day. Just tear apart, back together, and so this is where the travel part comes in. I get told that I'm getting sent out to California. I have never been on a plane before.
Where in California did you end up going?
I was going to Anaheim, California.
Man, this is my first show too, brother. Anaheim.
I was going to Anaheim, California.
I think that's where they break all of us in, is Anaheim. Yes.
I was going there. They had just finished show 1, Anaheim, of a doubleheader. And like I said, it's been 4 weeks in, so it's only been Pops and Bryce in a trailer. It's usually a 3-man crew.
Yeah.
Back in them times, but they had nobody to lean on, so it was just them getting beat the heck up.
Okay.
So Carlos, another fleet manager, comes up to me. He goes, "Hey, man, you're pretty good. The boss just called me and asked me what is your potential? And I'm like, I think I'm pretty good. He goes, yeah, that's what I told him. So here's a plane ticket. I'm like, a plane ticket? I've never been on a plane before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how do I do this?
How do I do this? What do I do?
So
what do I do?
I'm like, I'm unlocking new things in life, and I
Right.
was like, well, how do I do this? Like, what do I? He goes, just go to the airport and go find the airline. And
That's great. That's great advice. What do you do? Just go to the airport. Just find the airline.
He's like,
Just show them this.
They will probably help you out, and you'll know. Well, my first flight ever, my plane dropped about 500 feet.
Oh, so that's great, man.
And I thought it was a little weird because I had two priests in front of me.
Yeah.
So I thought it was it.
This is how they draw it on the board. You know, you're on the first plane in your life, it drops 500 feet, and there's two priests ready to send you off.
Yeah, to me, it was just too good of a coincidence.
Well, listen, it didn't work out that way, so
No.
we're grateful for that. Coming up next with Julian, we talk about his season on Stadium Championship Series East. That is next on Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. Welcome back to Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. I'm Scott Jordan. Before we get back to this week's episode, let's talk about our good friends at Zenni. If you want to join Team Zenni and get frames like mine, go to zenni.com/monsterjam, and you can get prescription glasses, prescription sunglasses, reading glasses, stylish eyewear, whatever you want. Zenni's got them. The best prices you'll ever find, the best styles you'll ever find. Go to zenni.com/monsterjam. Enter the code monsterjam at checkout, and we will give you 10% off your order. So make sure you take advantage of that. Rev up your vision and join Team Zenni like me. Now we're getting back to Diary of a Crew Chief, Chapter 5, with Bari Musawwir's crew chief, Julian Ramos. So, Julian, you had an amazing season with Bari on Stadium Championship Series. He's competing for a series championship. I reached out to Bari to get his thoughts on working with you in this season, and we're going to play that video for you right now. Take a look.
What's up, guys? So I have to give a big shout out to my crew chief, Julian. And Julian's been amazing, you know, going all the way back to a few years ago when we first became a team. He was not my crew chief. He was like the extra guy in the trailer. Howie was my crew chief at the time, and Julian was just kind of learning the ropes at the time. And I knew he had potential. I knew he had a good mentor in Howie. And, you know, it was awesome to be able to see his progression that first year. And then as he became my crew chief, you know, we really gelled as a team, you know, and now coming off arguably one of my best seasons of my career, you know, finishing second on the Stadium Series this year is a huge testament to Julian's work ethic. I mean, he's a young guy who takes pride in all of his work, and it shows on the track. And I try to do him justice by doing good out there, you know, doing my job and driving the truck as well as I can to the best of my ability. And so we're just happy to, you know, have a team that we've gelled with, and Julian's a big part of that. And, you know, it goes back to his work ethic. It's extremely important that you have somebody on your team that you gel with, that you communicate well with, and we do all those things. Julian's family support is amazing. You know, this year in Orlando, I think we had the biggest family showing to date when it comes to families coming together in Orlando. His family, my family, and then, you know, to be able to win the overall event there, that was just really special. That was a special night I'll never forget. So hats off to Julian, man. Can't wait to see you this weekend. We're going to Sunrise, Florida. We'll see you guys soon. All right, later.
So some very heartfelt words there. Having one of the biggest stars in the sport, one of the most popular stars in the sport, literally, you know, professing his love for you. That's got to feel pretty special for you.
Yeah, it's the best way I describe it when a lot of people ask how is our friendship is just chemistry.
Yeah,
it's just straight chemistry and just good vibes.
That's important, man. You know, and anytime Bari wins on Monster Jam Primetime, we do an interview, man, the first thing he's doing is shouting you out and your team. And that's massive respect. That's mutual respect when you have a driver who has, you know, been through a battle to win the event championship, and he gets the trophy, and the first thing he says is this goes to my crew chief and my team. That shows you that mutual respect that you two have for each other, which is special. And I'd like to say that it's there for every team, but it's not. There's always, you know, some different styles and different things, and you're tasked with an enviable task in trying to guide a driver who has done almost everything in the sport for so many years to victory. You still have to tell him things that maybe he's missing. So how is that relationship for you on comms when you're trying to guide Bari through this? I mean, the man led the sport in freestyle wins, but you're still there to guide him through it.
Yeah. Usually you just gotta, like I said, it comes down to the chemistry between you and the driver. Me and Bari do well with spot on comms. He'll ask me sometimes when he's doing a freestyle, or before he would go on the freestyle, to tell me to watch, like, let's say Colt's run. Like, let's say Colt's going before him. I'll watch Colt's run, and I'll pick out the ramps that he should hit. And Bari would go back to and just drive around them and see. He goes, okay, I'd hit that one, and I'd hit the other one, and we'll get some big air off of them.
Bari's an easy guy to like, and he was my former broadcast partner twice, and we've had a great chemistry together in the studio. Great friendship. He and I, during the pandemic years, would when we still had to do TV, he would pick me up at my house. We drive down here, we do the show, we drive back. So I got to know Bari very well. One thing that he said that's very important to me was the family dynamic that you talked about a little bit. But going to Orlando, where you win the overall event championship, obviously there was a big contingent of Way Mama folks there, as well as Orlando folks. What was that like for you, man?
It was just the immense love and support that I had for my family. I had my grandfather and my grandmother there. Literally generations. I had at least 4 generations there.
Wow.
4 generations, and we took this big picture. I don't know if Bari sent it to you.
Yeah.
But we have this massive picture of my family and then Bari's family, and then Zombie in the middle. Me and Bari in the middle with Zombie. And it's just it's really hard to describe it. It was just immense love. It was amazing.
It's one thing to be able to perform in front of tens of thousands of fans and keep your truck there and win that, but to be able to do it in front of your family that has helped you and supported you through this, that's got to make you so proud to know that you showed up in Orlando, your family's there, his family's there, and you both got to share that victory.
We weren't playing around in Orlando.
No, you weren't, man.
It was a different weight on our shoulders. It's a different weight when your family's there supporting you, who have supported you through so much.
Bari in Orlando.
Oh yeah, Bari in Orlando. We took it, man.
Not Julian in Orlando as well, man. That's amazing. So that was the highest of highs. You had a great season. Any special memory for you? Like, what was your top moment from that season?
Top moment was, I believe, in the earlier weeks of I can't remember if it's San Diego 1 or San Diego 2. But Bari goes out there. I believe he wins racing. He went out to do 2-wheel. His first hit was his old school slap wheelie. And then he just does a sky wheelie from hell.
Right.
Breaks the front housing. And he has to go out to freestyle. Me and all the crew back there got him back out. And he went out there, took the freestyle win away from Tyler.
Yeah.
And the emotions, seeing the crew work together, it was harmony. It was a symphony back there.
Well, we call him Mr. Consistency, and he would not be Mr. Consistency without you. You keep that truck going, so you're the crew chief consistency of that. So coming up, we got some fan questions for you. So I'm done. I'm gonna check out and give it to the fans. I hope you're ready. That is coming up next. Your questions for Julian on Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. We are back with more Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. I'm Scott Jordan. I'm joined this week by Zombie Crew Chief Julian Ramos as we discuss all things crew chief related to Team Zombie. And it is now time for your questions. Get them in each week on Instagram at ScottJordanMJSX. They've got some good ones for you, man. Are you ready?
Let's see.
All right, here we go. All Monster says, who was more nervous heading into the final weekend, you or Bari? So big showdown in Pittsburgh. I was there. Bari did not look nervous. I saw some sweat coming off you, though, my friend. So how was that for you?
I was definitely a little bit more nervous. Okay. I had talked to Bari about it before, prior to the show, when he got up in his truck for intros. I was up in the cab with him, and I was talking to him. I was like, hey, man, I know you ain't nervous. I'm trying to stay calm, but I am a bit. Because all it takes is 1 second.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that when they're racing, all it takes is one little mistake and you could lose it all.
just to even be in that position was incredible because Tyler Menninga has ran away with every series that he's been in. So the fact that your team challenged him to the last event is a huge feat in and of itself.
Tyler, an absolute wizard, an absolute just a maniac on the field.
That is very true. All right, we do have a comment. Colt Stevens, 145, another former broadcast partner, says that Julian Ramos Galarza on Instagram, that's your handle, is El Hombre. So he is shouting you out, man. Colt's a good dude, and you have his respect as well, man. Have you worked with him as a crew chief?
I haven't worked with him as a crew chief, but I've always been. It's been 3 seasons now since we've been on tour together. So if his truck goes down, I'm out there helping. So.
Yeah, Shelby's great. She's been on the show too, man. So that's great. All right, Nova Designs is saying, does World Finals prep look any different than what you guys do throughout the main season? Also, is there pressure knowing that it can make or break the outcome for the team? So World Finals, biggest event of the year. You say 1 second makes a difference. 1 jump could make the difference between not competing at all. So talk about the pressure level for World Finals.
Pressure level, routine. It's basically a routine maintenance. We go down to Champagnes all the time. You go through all your planetary sun gears. You go through the outer, the top caps, stud girdles, everything. You put it all back together. You put your 100% heart, your confidence.
Yeah.
You take that truck out, and then you're just looking at it. You're like, oh man, I don't know. You get there, and then it's a whole different aspect from when you get there and you unload that truck and you just stare at it before you tire it up.
Right.
You just, did I get everything?
I wonder if you missed anything. Sure. Yeah, it's a lot, man. But you guys did great, though. So King, this is a long one. King MCMLXXIV, a lot of Roman numerals, is saying, what song gets you most hyped for an event, and which event was your favorite of 2025, and why?
Favorite event, I'm gonna say that San Diego show.
Okay.
For the reason of everybody worked together and to get Bari out there for freestyle and take the whole event. And my favorite song at the moment, I'm trying to think of like what song was "Let's Go" by Key Glock.
Okay, so that's the one that gets you hyped.
Oh yeah, we were getting hyped. Yeah.
Why does nobody ever say Nickelback? Like, I listen to Nickelback before I go on, and I'm hyped to see or Creed. I'm still on that train, man. Oh man, Julie, it's such a pleasure to have you here, man. Thank you. I'm so happy for your journey. You are a rock star in the technician world, and looking forward to seeing what is in store next for you in Bari. That series champ, I keep harping on that series championship. He's got to get a series win or a World Finals win. Something has to happen. Yeah. Like one of those has to happen. So I appreciate you, man, and for everything you've done. So thank you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you down the road, my friend. That is all the time we have. Coming up next week, we have another exciting crew chief for Diary of a Crew Chief Chapter 6 on Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil.